Now, one way of looking at the sales process is that you're walking along a tightrope, and you go from the start along this tightrope to the money, the sale, the profit at the far end. And all you have to do is not fall off the tightrope. So in a way, it's quite easy because each step is easy as you go along the tightrope. But in a way, it's difficult because if you put one step wrong, you're off the tightrope and you can't get back on. So this diagram here shows the tightrope. So all you have to do is make sure that you get all of these steps right, and we'll be looking at some of this stuff during this course. So the first thing is to make sure that you prepare. If you turn up to a customer and you haven't prepared, suppose you get their name wrong or you accidentally reveal that you have no idea what their company does, you're off the tightrope. It's disrespect and you're off. So you have to do a bit of preparing. Linked to that, the next step is if you're late. So if you turn up late, now some customers aren't too bothered, but some customers are. And it's a percentage game. You don't want to lose half your customers on the second step of the tightrope. So make sure you're not late. Allow twice as much time. Even if you're parked up in the car park for an hour, you could do your emails while you're waiting. Don't be late. Third step of the tightrope is if they don't like you. Now, we're going to investigate this in a bit of detail on this program because it's really important to get this bit right. But if the customer doesn't like you, you're off the tightrope. So clearly we have to find a way to get that step right. Then the next thing is to find out what their needs are. If you don't find out what their needs are, you're off the tightrope. So you've got to find out why you're there, what they're looking for. That shouldn't be too difficult, but sometimes it can go wrong. I'll tell you a little bit of a story about that later on. Once you've found out what their needs are, you can then finally show them what the benefits are of whatever it is you're offering them. And this is what most salespeople want to do. This is what they think sales is all about, when really it's not. Of course, you do have to show them the benefits, but that's really a detail in the process. So you show them the benefits of why you're great, your company, your product is great. But there's a bit more tightrope after this, because what if they've got objections to what you've shown them? If you don't discover the benefits, if you don't discover the objections, then you're off the tightrope. And sometimes they won't want to tell you what their objections are. They'll just say, yes, well, thank you, and that's very interesting, I'll be in touch. And there's something they don't like, but they haven't told you. So you must find that out, or you're off the tightrope. Only 2 more steps. The next one is to close, to actually ask for the order. Now, you'd be mad not to do that. You're almost within a sniff of the money, of the success at the end of this tightrope. Why would you show the benefits, check that they're okay, and then not say, so, would you like to buy it? And the reason is fear that the person might say no. So quite often salespeople don't close. They just say, well, there you are. Let me know if you think, if you decide you want to buy it in the future, let me know. And they've fallen off the tightrope with only 1 more step to go. Now, the final step is following up. If the customer says, I need to check with my boss, or we can't decide until April, why would you not phone them next week and say, what did the boss think? Or phone them in April and say, so okay, are you ready to do this now? And failure to follow up, perhaps because of fear or because of inefficiency, it's just mad, because you're so near to finishing at that point. Why would you fall off the tightrope at that point? So I see sales as a collection of quite small, simple, easy steps, but you must make sure that you don't put a foot wrong on any of them. But don't worry, I'm going to tell you all about how to do them in this video.